sheep as big as whales, leather necks and daggy tails, fleecy stoppers, rusty nails.
Some say this country was built off the sheep's back, but it's this country's buildings that carry our history in their bricks and mortar. Buildings that showcase the European transformation of a young colony to a thriving nation. And the members of the Master Builders Association of New South Wales have been there from the beginning. When Governor Macquarie sailed into Botany Bay in 1810, Sydney was already starting to spread its wings up and down the eastern coastline. The new governor instantly set about improving the new city of Sydney. This included issuing an edict that permission was required to construct a building. One such building was the new General Hospital, and when the British government refused to pay for the building, Governor Macquarie came up with an ingenious alternative, as John Elder, historian and former executive director of MBA, explains.
And the proceeds from rum sales was what went to build the first hospital, and that was their main income in those days.
Parts of that original rum hospital, as it became known, can still be seen today, ministering to the state rather than the sick, as the home of the New South Wales State Parliament. While Sydney was in a building boom, in England, one man was about to start revolutionising the building industry.
The first master builder was a bloke called Cubbott, and there is a statue to him now in London because during the Napoleonic War, he was given a part of a job to do. And he said, no, I'll take over the job and I'll run the whole thing. From then on, he always acted as a master builder.
And that isn't his only claim to fame these days.
And his great-great-granddaughter was Camilla Bowles, who's now the Queen.
A royal lineage indeed. In the early 1850s, our first true master builders appeared in New South Wales, notably three immigrants: Aaron Loveridge, John McLeod, and John Young, who would become the founding president of the MBA.
John Young was born in Kent in England. He came to Australia when he was about 24. He first lived in Melbourne and he built Catholic Cathedral in Melbourne and a huge number of houses and villas and churches at Ballarat. On a couple of his jobs, he was let down by his works foreman, and it ultimately led him to leave Victoria and come to New South Wales. And when he came here, he built certain parts of St Mary's Cathedral that had burnt down, and he also built the Lands building, and that is still standing today, the same as a cathedral is. And it was the first time that they had used pre-formed concrete blocks in a building. He was quite innovative.
John Young constructed buildings with such character, presence and beauty that they are now a landmark in themselves, including the head office of the Australian Joint Stock Bank on the corner of King and George Street, a corner that will become significant for the master builders in the years to come. And he wasn't the only Englishman to have a big impact on the Australian building landscape.
Another well-known chap called Aaron Loveridge, a stonemason. One of his first ones was to build the Great Hall at Sydney University. And the other one that he built was that railway station that took you to the mortuary. And that's still standing there as you come out of Redfern on your left-hand side, heading towards Central.
Keeping the master builder tradition in the family, Aaron's son, Thomas Loveridge, continued in his father's footsteps, himself becoming president of the Master Builders Association of New South Wales and responsible for such landmark buildings as the New South Wales Art Gallery, the towers of St Mary's Cathedral, and the Equitable Life Assurance Society. These men paved the way for the next generation of builders to make their mark on our country and in our history books.